get this over with. It is fall, fall has fallen, autumn has begun, and I was not ready for it this year. Fall marks 1 year since Patrick and I moved from Utah to Oregon. We've been living with my family for a year now, which has given me a lot to think about. So I thought I would just do a really casual little cozy fall sit down, talk to you guys kind of video, specifically talking about the future of my channel and the elephant in the room. I have not been writing. There are so many things that I want to talk about. They all feel so disconnected right now, I hardly know where to begin. Let's talk hiatuses for a second. See what's coming? In my time that I have been on AuthorTube, I have watched many creators announce that they were going on hiatus, and then they do one of two things. Either they come back stronger than they were before, or they just never come back. And sometimes they try to come back and then they just kind of sputter out on their channel. I don't think they're giving up on their writing or anything like that. As I've watched other people go on hiatus and then never come back, that's a big reason why I've never taken a hiatus. I mean, not a real one. I've done a hiatus of like a week, but I've never taken a long hiatus of over a month. I'm the kind of person who, once I get something rolling, I just have to keep it rolling. And if I stop, I tend to not get back into it. Not always, but a lot of the time. One of the big reasons I've never taken a hiatus from YouTube is, well, partly because I've just really enjoyed making YouTube videos, and so I've never wanted to stop. But then also I've been afraid that if I stopped, I'm the kind of person who would never come back. But lately, I've just had a lot to think about. Patrick and I have officially lived here in Oregon with my family for a year. If you're newer to my channel, then you didn't see all of the drama of a year ago. Move out of our apartment in 5 days, homeless for like a month, couch surfing with family members and friends, moved to Oregon to live on the family hobby farm with my parents, my grandma, my sister, and her 2 little kids. And it has been this really crazy, wild, fun, different adventure, and I've really loved it. One of the big reasons that Patrick and I wanted to move to Oregon in the first place is because we wanted to shake up our routine. We recognized that we were starting to get stuck in a rut because we were just doing the same things every single day. We were afraid that if we continued living the way we were living, we would get stuck and we would never progress or move on and do anything, you know, different. Because when you're comfortable, it's really hard to make big changes. Even if they're for the better, it's easy to be intimidated by making any changes because you're comfortable. And Patrick and I were very, very comfortable in Utah. So this move to Oregon has shaken things up completely and made us very uncomfortable. There have been, you know, pros and cons, mostly pros, but one of the biggest cons to moving for us is that we lost our routines and never really recovered them. We still are struggling to find a routine that works for us to be productive. As I've reflected on this last year on my channel and in my life, I am really disappointed in how little I have accomplished, especially in my writing. I've gotten very little done. My book is pretty much at the same place it was this time last year, except for the fact that I have now organized all my beta reader feedback. But as far as writing goes and in my revisions, I've hardly made any progress in the revisions of my novel, and that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I've noticed that I've been having a hard time writing, and for the last 2 months I've really not written at all or even touched my book or given it much thought. In September, we were this close to evacuating our house due to the crazy wildfires that were raging across California, Oregon, and Washington. Some of our neighbors did have to evacuate, and we were completely packed up and ready to go, and it was crazy and scary. And in the last month or two, I have really thought about what is most important to me and what matters most, and I've had a really hard time feeling motivated to make YouTube videos and post them, and I haven't really even been watching YouTube at all. Being really active on social media, keeping up with YouTube requires a sacrifice of time in some category of my life, and over the last year I've realized it's really taken away time from my family and my writing. And that's really backwards because I'm a writing channel. And that's not to say that YouTube is bad for your writing, but A lot of people, I think when they go on hiatus, it's because they've realized that their train is starting to get derailed and they're trying to get back on track with their original intentions. That's why the people who come back, when they come back stronger, because they've taken that time to get back on the track that they meant to, and they come back with more purpose. And I just feel like I've been floundering in my purpose with YouTube. Like, why am I even doing this anymore? I don't know. What is my channel? I'm not even writing and I have nothing to share. So I was going back and looking at old videos and trying to decide if I should even keep doing YouTube or if it's just time to let it go because I'm not writing and there's not really anything for me to share except for, you know, my animals and my life. But those things have more value to me than they do to any of you guys. And so if I want to make videos about me and my ducks and my wild squirrel orphans and things like that, I could just make videos for myself. I don't need to post those to YouTube. This is turning out to be way more dramatic than I want it to be. When I first started my channel, I already had a writing routine established and I was already making progress in my book. Adding a channel on top of that wasn't that big of a deal because I was just showing what I was already doing. I found purpose to my channel because at the time that I started my channel, I was really lonely. Patrick was in school and working full time and was away from home a lot, and I was just working, and I'd come home from work and he would be gone at school, and we were newly married, and I was watching a lot of AuthorTube at the time, and I just thought it would be really fun to be part of the community, and so I started my channel, and that filled that space that was really empty when Patrick was away and I was by myself and feeling lonely. So the AuthorTube community really helped me through that time of my life. I found really great friends here. I also found purpose with my channel because I was so full of enthusiasm and motivation for writing. I was starting every morning with an hour of inspirational reading for myself, just to inspire my creativity. I would do like an hour of inspirational study or like research for writing or craft or, you know, whatever. And then I would get into my writing for the day and I would write for an hour or two and then I'd go to work. So as a result of that inspirational study that was already a part of my routine before I even started my channel, I was always really inspired and motivated when I filmed, and that came across on camera. My early subscribers often commented that they liked my channel because it motivated them and it inspired them, which is what created the opening for my channel in the first place. Create, inspire, write. That was what I wanted for my channel. I wanted my channel to be a place where people would feel motivated to be creative, motivated to write, and where they could feel inspired. And for a while, I feel like I was really good about doing that on my channel. But then, I don't know, after our move to Oregon, as my routine fell apart and I was scrambling to figure things out, I lost my own creativity in a lot of ways. I dropped the ball in things that actually mattered and were important to me, and I kept going with my channel anyways. In the last year, I just feel like my channel has lost its heart, in a sense. My channel has lost what made it valuable to me to film and post, and I think what made it valuable for a lot of people to watch, and I don't want that. My channel started out as me writing and sharing my writing process, and now at this point I have lost my writing process. I am not writing anymore. I do not feel motivated or inspired, and I am still running to keep up with my channel, which is ridiculous. It's silly because I have nothing to share right now except for other things in my life, but then I feel guilty and I feel like I'm an imposter because I have a writing channel where I don't even write or talk about writing anymore. It's time for me to stop and step back and get my train back on the rails. And I don't feel like I can do that while keeping up with my channel, because when you get so derailed that you don't even know what direction you're headed anymore, I think it's really important to let other things go and just get back to the basics and then build from there. Just like when I started my channel, I already had my basics down, and then my channel was just me building upon that. Whereas now I'm trying to support something without a foundation. And so I need to go back to my foundation and solve this issue with my writing. It doesn't make any sense for me to be putting so much time and effort into making videos when I should be putting that time and effort into trying to find my writing voice again and getting over this writer's block. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to get back on track with my writing, but I do not want to post any more videos on my channel until I have something of value to offer. Hopefully I will be able to get back on the writing train and know which direction that I want to take my channel, but for right now, I just need this. I need to step back and go back to the basics, and that's okay. This is part of my writing journey. I really debated for a while whether or not to even talk about this on my channel, whether to even bother posting a video to let you guys know that I was going on hiatus, because I was like,
well, I don't owe anybody an explanation and nobody really cares anyways.
But I'm documenting my writing journey on this channel. That's just part of my writing journey right now, is that I'm in a writing slump. Writing slumps happen, and I know that I've been through them in the past and that I have come out of them, which gives me hope that I'll be able to come out of this one. I really hope that I'll be back sooner than later. It'd be really nice if I could get things figured out before NaNoWriMo and be able to actually participate in NaNoWriMo. I haven't done like real NaNoWriMo in a while. I didn't do it last year, and that makes it feel like it's been forever since I participated in November NaNoWriMo. Hey guys, Editing Rayleigh here. So this video was actually filmed at the beginning of October, and as of right now, we are in mid-November. And yes, I did color my hair a little bit darker, which always kind of makes me feel like Sea Witch Ariel at first. I'm already kind of getting used to it. Now you have to get used to it. NaNoWriMo is already in full swing, and I am participating. I am working on my cozy Christmas romance. It's been going really well. It makes me kind of sad to not be vlogging it, but I also feel how helpful this is for me to just get back into the basics of writing regularly, and it's making me really excited. I'm really hopeful at this point that my hiatus will not last forever and that I will eventually come back, assuming I can keep this momentum up. But I will not be vlogging for the rest of this NaNoWriMo. If you do want to follow me in my progress, I will link down below my NaNoWriMo. If you want to go ahead and friend me, that would be awesome. I can always use more buddies because right now I'm relying solely on the NaNoWriMo website to keep me accountable, which has been really fun because the first time I ever won NaNoWriMo, I did not have my YouTube channel yet. I still remember that fondly as the best NaNoWriMo ever. So far, this NaNoWriMo has been really great. It'd be fun to have some more buddies. So you can go ahead and follow me there, or you can also follow me on Instagram, where I am starting to do some NaNoWriMo updates. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. And I wanted to do the whole Preptober thing, but it's like me trying to frost a cake that I haven't baked yet. I kind of feel like I'm married to my book, and I've been cheating on my book by giving attention to all of these other things that are not my writing and are not my book and are not my characters, and I owe my book an apology, and I need to close the door and be alone with my book for a while, have a little heart-to-heart. We need to fall in love with each other again and rebuild our relationship before we're ready to go out to parties and socialize with other people, and before I'm ready to talk about it with other people. Clearly, I was watching way too much Poldark during this time. So yeah, excuse the kind of weird analogy. Even though I feel like most people would probably not even notice if I go on hiatus, and then eventually if I ever do post a video again, they'll be like,
oh yeah, hey, I haven't seen Rayleigh in a long time.
I know I do have some subscribers who are my loyal, faithful few who watch almost every video every time I post, and I'm so grateful for you guys, and I feel like you did deserve an explanation before I fall off the face of the earth. So this is the explanation. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for all of your support, for following my journey, and for caring. It means a lot to me that you guys even care enough to watch this video and listen to what's going on with me, and hopefully I'll be back. I love making videos, I love editing them, I love being a part of this community, and it would make me really sad to let that go, but this is just what needs to happen right now. I hope that your writing journey is going well, and yeah, that's a wrap. Happy fall, cheers, and hopefully I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Rayleigh, would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you, I'm so glad you love me too, and I wrote this song for you.